All rise. The Warden Commander and Liege Lord of all Amaranthine enters. I've held it off as long as I could, but you hold the right of high justice on your land. Certain matters of court must be decided. Be seated. The Warden Commander will first hear the matter of the Crown against the sheepherder Alec.
On behalf of the Crown, I submit that Alec stole 2 bushels of grain bound for the garrison in Amaranthine. When confronted by soldiers, he confessed. The punishment for theft from the Crown is death by hanging.
What say you, Alec?
My sheep were slaughtered by the Darkspawn. My family was starving. I asked for mercy. Commander, mercy.
The poor bugger. Had he stolen from anyone besides the Crown, he'd escape with a flogging.
Thank you. Thank you.
The next matter is of a civil nature. Lady Liza Pacton is the sovereign of Terns Down.
I prefer to speak for myself. The old Earl Rendon Howe made certain promises to me. Some of these he committed to paper. I was given the right to the incomes of the Southern Bridge.
And what part did you take in Howe's conspiracies, Liza? To get such a fruitful prize? I am Sir Darren, and it is my land she seeks. Taken from me because I was one of the few nobles who stood against Tern Logain.
Commander, Sir Darren is an ally, and Amaranthine has precious few who support you wholeheartedly.
If there's any hope of persuading more nobles to your cause, you must be fair-minded.
My father built that bridge. But, very well. I place my trust in you.
The Commander has spoken. The matter is resolved. Bring in Sir Temmerley the Ox.
Sir Temmerley stands accused of a murder most foul. You and your men came upon Sir Tamra in the dead of night and did cravenly ambush her. You dare too much, Captain Garavel. I am noble-born and will not submit to your accusations. You are accused of murder, sir. My soldiers found you fleeing while Sir Tamra's blood was still hot. There's a great deal of traffic on the roads, not all of it human. And it's so dangerous at night. We were merely in a hurry to reach a nice, safe place. You mock this court with your denials. You have nothing, Captain. Release me, Commander. It's this common lout's word against mine.
You will recall Sir Tamra as the knight who warned us against the conspiracy. Sir Temmerley was a confederate of Al Howe. I fear you're correct. Only some blood on their clothes. A sadly common sight on travelers these days. Besides that, nothing. The captain looked into the matter thoroughly. If he's innocent, I'm the Empress of Orlais. But it's possible, I suppose. What is your will?
But you can't.
Oh, but the Commander very much can. This session of the Arling's court is over. And Maker help me. I hope the next one is easier than this.
I do not know where you found them. The Qunari seems especially dubious. But the Vigil's market is busy once again. This will certainly aid in our upcoming efforts. With the surplus in the treasury, I took the liberty of getting you this. Well done, Commander.
Yes. Thorns of the Sylvans. Yes. Misjudged you a little.
Just a little.
I sometimes
Trade here is
paint
good.
all humans with the same
Trade here is
brush.
good. Thank you.
As long as it's such a pretty brush. I don't mind.
I'm sure I don't know what that means.
It means your apology is appreciated, my lady.
Well, then, good.
Looking for some company, honey pie? I'm always available for riveting conversations with fine women. Oh, I can play along with that. And have I got the darkspawn for you? A teeming mass of dark.
Ugh, vile humans.
I think she's serious.
You, probably heard about the darkspawn, huh? I can't take all the credit for finding the rift, you know. Mika here fell in first. Well, it's quite a ways out of town. We were tracking a buck off in that direction, you see, before this darkspawn mess. We'd been on his tail for about a week at that point. I'd wager he thought it was great fun leading us on a merry chase as he did. Oh, the chasm, yes. We saw it coming over our rise. It was really something to behold. A huge cleft, as though the Maker himself had cracked the earth in two, like an egg.
I like eggs.
It looked like someone had tried to build over it, but it must have been abandoned a long time ago. No one in town knew about it. Well, of course, we had to investigate. That was when Mika fell in. A shriek like you wouldn't believe, and he was gone.
Earth crumbled, not stable.
Right. And as Mika lay there yelling about his knee or his head or what have you, the darkspawn appeared. We got lucky. They seemed occupied, like they had someplace really important they had to be. Didn't notice us at all, thank the Maker.
The Darkspawn was so occupied as to overlook two screaming injured men. Boggles the mind.
I marked the chasm on my map so we could avoid it, but sounds like you want to know where it is, so here you go. So, we getting anything for our trouble? A whole sovereign. If there's ever a reason to fall into a darkspawn pit, here it is. Maker bless you.
Ah, Warden Commander. I take it you've decided to help us. With trade slowed to a crawl, smugglers have moved in, selling stolen goods at exorbitant prices. If we could shut down their operation and seize their supplies, we could distribute it to the needy. There is a smuggler doing business in the market. He probably knows where the hideout is. We haven't been able to get anything.
Greetings. Could I interest you in, Wait a minute. My lad said they saw you talking to the... You'll learn not to stick your nose where it don't belong.
Dear me, Percy, you are wrong!
It is done.
You're back. Have you any news? Really? Oh, that's wonderful news. I hope the culprits have been brought to justice. I promised a donation, didn't I? Here, take this. With the Merchants Guild's compliments. Well, I suppose we could spare a little more. It was a pleasure to meet you, Warden Commander.
Greetings, Warden Commander. You're the sort who delights in helping the common man, yes? May I direct you to the Merchants Guild's board? There is good coin in it. If you...
Watch your step. Done. I can't do that. I'm sorry.
These humans flaunt their
Why,
contempt.
they're all so eager, aren't they?
Poor defenseless.
One day, sit down and discuss matters.
Stealing, of course. By crushing those you stole from.
You know that chip on your shoulder? I think it's replaced you.
Speak, and it will be done. I'll get on it.
things in this world are finite. All men are the work of our Maker's hands.
Well, if it isn't the Warden Commander, how have you been? I suppose congratulations are in order. And you. I hear the Darkspawn are not retreating as they should. It sounds like the Wardens have their hands full. I'd offer to help, but I'm afraid my presence is required elsewhere. The College of the Magi is convening in Cumberland, and I must attend. Hopefully, all this will blow over before it's begun. But you have enough on your mind as it is. I shan't trouble you with this further. Very well. Then perhaps you should know that something stirs within the fraternities. The Libertarians wish to pull away entirely from the Chantry. And if they get enough support...
Pull away entirely? That's madness. I hate Chantry oversight as much as the next mage, but they can't just decide to leave. This is a recipe for disaster.
The mages will never be free. The Chantry would never allow it. Our only hope for survival is to show them we can be trusted. Don't you remember what happened to the Circle in Ferelden? Do you want to give the Templars another excuse to call for the culling of all mages? This change cannot be forced. This discussion will get us nowhere. Now, I have a great many preparations to make before I leave for Navarra. But perhaps there is something you can do for me. One of my colleagues, Ines, has spent the last few months in the Wending Wood. The Circle has been unable to reach her, given the trouble in the area. If you happen to find yourself in the wood on your travels, perhaps you could tell her about the meeting of the college. Oh, who knows, rooting around in the dirt for some obscure plant or other, most likely. She has a keen interest in gardening. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant botany. Hobbies and eccentricities aside, Ines is a well-respected mage and a voice of reason, something we could use on our side. But I can't waste any more time.
May I help you? I am fortunate indeed that the Commander of the Grey has taken a personal interest in this matter. I'm sorry our note was vague, but Amaranthine is a hotbed of Maleficar activity. Details of who and what they were about would undoubtedly get back to them. I've only newly taken my vows. The more senior Templars have returned to Denerim for more men. They suggested I find someone more skilled, like you, who could apprehend the Maleficarum. I have worked with an artist to create these sketches of the three suspects. If you could confront them and question them, you would be doing the Maker's work. It's not like Karam to be gone this long. And now this. I was sure I would find him at the sins of you. We must follow the example of Andraste and reflect the neighbors would be. People are far too lax in tending to their spiritual debt.
Hmm? It is as you wished.
The Darkspawn was supposed to go away when the Archdemon died. In Amaranth.
chip on my shoulder hasn't replaced my...
Oi, about time you showed up.
Nemea, you're still here.
I keep my promises. Here, turns out you were right. The cache is here in Amaranthine. I did. What you do with that information is up to you. I, for one, am done dealing with mages. Word of advice. Don't let him sweet-talk you. He's very good at that.
I guess I should thank you.
Damned right you should. You get caught, Anders? I'm not helping you again. That's all I'm saying.
I suppose that requires some explanation. Nemea is a friend. Last time I escaped from the tower, I asked her to look into some things. That's why I was in Amaranthine. The Templars thought I'd come to take a ship, but it was to meet her. During the Blight, the Templars moved their store of phylacteries to Amaranthine for safety. My phylactery is among them, Nemea learned. So long as the Templars have that sample of my blood, they can find me. I need to destroy it. It is. It really is. I know we're busy killing Darkspawn and all, but the sooner we find this vial, the better I'll feel. I wish this didn't ride up my backside.
It is done.
Couldn't we all just get along, no?
What needs killing?
Ready to dispense the hurt!
Templars. Bloody everywhere. Must stay sharp.
My, they're all so eager, aren't they?
Got them all.
Here! So, you're a hound. Do you have a point, mage? I'll take care of
Oh, how long it took me to come up with that.
You are born!
All right. Of course. Lovely. Of course. Well, all right. Well, all right. Of course. Lovely.
Don't touch me! Don't! No.
Again? What?
That's harder than it looks.
Any luck with the smugglers? That house has been locked up for years. To think that all this time it's been hiding the entrance. There will surely be someone on guard. Where there's a guard, there's a key. If you can find a way into the hideout, good luck, Commander.
Dear me.
You bloody bastard! You won't catch me!
I am the might of a Dalish!
Speak, and it will be done. What needs killing? I'm on it.
What now?
Ah, can you smell that? That is the smell of freedom. It comes complete with the smell of dogs and dust, but the freedom is in there too. I may not have a choice about fighting the Darkspawn, but this is a step up for me. I escaped from the tower 7 times. After the last time, they put me in solitary confinement for a year. Eventually, I'm sure they would have branded me a Maleficar, true or not, and executed me. Would you? Someone slaps a collar on you and your response is, well, I guess I'll just live with it. The problem is that mages are tolerated, barely. It's like you need permission to be alive. There's nothing a mage can do to prove himself. Everyone needs to be protected from you. The end. That's good. Why aren't you in charge of everything again? All I want is a pretty girl, a decent meal, and the right to shoot lightning at fools. Maybe I'm closer to the dream than I imagined. Never mind me. Now and again I recall that I'm not sitting in a cell and I have to smile, that's all.
Is anywhere safe? Anywhere at all?
Sadly, not.
Keep calm, keep normal. Yes, everything is fine.
I think that's where the phylacteries are. It's probably guarded.
My magic is at your command.
What is my task? What needs killing? So good to see you again. It seems I owe you a reward, yeah?
Must you disrupt my thoughts?
Lizard. Lizard eyes. Perhaps a heart. Yes, heart's blood.
Couldn't we all just get along? No?
Go away!
As you wish. Direct me.
If anyone can get rid of the...
I hear Hubert's gang got their hands on some moonshine. You think they'll sell some to me?
Hubert hates you.
Something I can do for you, friend? And who are you supposed to be that's asking? A dwarf? Truly? Well, I suppose I... Well, never mind that. Haven't seen that fellow Christoph for almost a week now. Not sure where he went. His room's paid up to the end of the month. I guess he expected he'd be here a while. Of course, here you go. It's the last room at the end of the hall. If he comes back and gets upset, however, it's on your head.
That's a no, then.
What can I get for you, friend?
Something I can do for you, friend? Just Darkspawn raids outside the city. Everyone's keeping close to Amaranthine. Not much. He chatted up Sorsha a bit when she brought him his dinner. Maybe talk to her. Right.
I got a sore on my foot. In the fields. Want to see? It's bleeding and there's
All over now.
and everything.
I'm here. I have complete... Did the task.
Bran, I don't know this person.
Is there something you want? My companion is not comfortable around strangers.
Sweetheart, could you give us a moment alone? Is Keenan dead? He said that, did he? His wedding ring. Thank you for bringing this back to me. Keenan always said he joined the Wardens to give me a better life. Was it really better for me to be alone in a strange country, wondering if we'd ever have a family? He was gone for months at a time, often with no word. Was I supposed to wait forever? He forgets that I'm a living, breathing woman, not just a symbol of something he's fighting for. Love can only take you so far.
We should rise up.
Huh?
Rise up and take back power. Back from all those nosy guards and who watch us with their eyes.
I can't believe all this is
Why aren't
happening.
the Darkspawn going
I thought
away?
the Blight- I hear it's a plot started by the Grey Wardens to get Tide.
By the power in my blood, you will suffer for what you have done to my apprentices!
Well, all right.
Anything to report? Good luck.
Here to present a radical operation. I can't allow that.
May the gods send me strength!
No. I have finished.
I heard about you. I heard about you. I heard about you. You were giving some of my boys trouble, weren't you?
Couldn't we all just get along?
Here.
No?
Lovely.
Who do you think would win in a fight? Andraste or the
What can I get for you, friend?
The Archdemon.
Yes? Andraste could call on the
You're
Maker.
demanding. That would be cheating. Are you calling Andraste a dirty cheater?
She cheated on her husband, didn't
Anything to report? The city of Amaranthine owes you a great debt. Thank you, Commander.